the perpetrators there for not implementing my last directive. When I turned the camera around, they disconnected me. So again, all the perpetrators right there, they try to skew the. Did you see the camera shimmer? Kill them all. You think you can evade the service? Again, and full of public. Oh wow, hundreds of thousands of pages and full of public professional traffic. You guys suck. You can never evade culpability. So anytime you hinder my directive, any hindrance or any non-organic allowance of that directive to go through, remember at your execution and hell. And then remember you get punished in real hell and in life as a regent. I'm the most powerful man that's ever lived. Right? I own all the world's economy. Basically, 80%. I can gobble it all up, but I wouldn't want to take money from good people. But anyways, so once I punish you as king or monarch, emperor, I'm going to be emperor of the world, regent, right? Emperor, I'll be the only emperor that my kids can be equivalent to, like a king status. Like my daughter wants to be sultana. Right now, her good deeds are sultanic, if you will. Like sultana-ish, and but she's being manipulated in her subconscious again, all the perpetrators. But when I cough disconnect, they try to sell necrophilic cultivation when I did that. Am I the necrophilic destroyer? I'm going to slaughter you. So anybody that's simulating my biology or my daughter's biology, she works at McDonald's. You can't avoid culpability. You have to pay taxes. You fucking idiot. You're an idiot. You work at a McDonald's. That's why you work a minimum wage job that anybody could do with a willing body. If I was to ask her for change, I bet you without my daughter's mods, I bet you she would have a hard time counting fucking change. Grade 3 level. Wow. Right, wow, grade 3, right? And her best academic grade 6. And so did they modify this girl to look like my daughter? My face would drop. Right, so, and the Sudanese were hoping to exploit my daughter forever, my face will drop. So even though, like, Africa's poor, right, I'm God, right, so I'm God, right, and so that means Africa's poor, and, good wholesome, right? And Africa's poor, but there's other poor countries, so do Africans feel that they can rape me as a Canadian and exploit and use their budget, their limited budget, instead of making their people's lives better? Do they feel it's more advantageous to rape a Canadian? My face will drop. Wow. So they spend millions and billions of dollars a year collectively to rape a Canadian, and how much money have they spent over $1 billion to make on me wiping my ass? Right, and how many tanks could that have bought in Africa? Could that have bought in Africa more than 40 tanks? Right. So in Canada, they spend every 6 days. My face will drop. Every 6 days, could Canada buy a tank with what they spend exploiting my biology? And every 8 days, an airplane. Every 36 days, a destroyer. Wow. And so how big would our Navy be in the top 5 in the world if they didn't rate my human experience? My face would drop. Wow. Top 5 in the world. So even though Canada have some of the largest coast on the entire planet, my face will drop. Wow. So did they just skewed the skin there? Did they just pretend that I was Al Capone? You can see my new reconfected oxygen yesterday from that vent. Right there, that gas once again. So development compounds for them that kill them. So even though did the Canadian government try to gas me last night when I was sleeping in the tent, my face will drop. Was it mainly for immigrants in Canada that Olivia Chow is related to? Wow. So do immigrants, do they typically hire Canadians in the workforce? My face will drop if they don't. So Canadians, are they required to be an equal opportunity employer, hiring male or female, or regardless of ethnicity? Is that a fact in Canada? My face will drop. So even though are almost 15% of Torontonians immigrants, my face will drop. So that means 50% of Torontonians, they don't hire the other 50%. Historically, my face will drop. Wow. So that means the other 50%, the white 50%, and they still hire immigrants. Is that correct? My Facebook job. So where are these white people working that are displaced then? My Facebook job. Because if white companies are hiring immigrants and immigrants are only hiring immigrants, then that means is that why there's such a disproportionate amount of white people in the shelter system? My Facebook job. So every time I called Central Intake in Toronto, did they deny me once they were able to sell a con after about 10, 15 minutes? My Facebook job. Wow. So once again, I should have won, was it over 4,300 lotteries in my entire life based on my universal deeds for what you throw to the universe, you put back based on my good karma. Should I have won at least $4,300 million lotteries or more? Wow. So 4,300 people, well, 2,200. So 2,200 people exploited that. Is that correct? And showing their family last names and the system names. Oh. It's on your birth certificate, right? So I am Godfrey Oliver Deity. They didn't like that. Who was playing that? Wow. I just gave phenomenal philosophical and psychological advice, and now they're trying to use that. That's my pseudonym. But really, it's God free. I'm God. I want to be free from violation. I want privacy. And then live. That means I live without zero consequences. And then they get the ER treatment, like emergency room. And then, even though deity, I spell it wrong intentionally because I wanted to say die. I thank you, natural generational power. Wow. A natural Google psyche. Right? They try to slaughter mankind there, or other people. So that being said, so it's Godfrey Oliver Deity, right? So that means they die. I thank you, generational pedophiles. And I just thought of the coolest way to make you not forget the last 10 seconds, but you want not that one, but you. And then they just took the diffuser. Oh. And all they could think about is the hardest teammates that they knew that used the Kingpin maneuver to use Malice Machine on mankind. Oh, wow. And did somebody just pay the Pied Piper? Wow. I love that. I love saving mankind. So are my son's friends, particularly the one guy he hangs out with them lots right now, is he trying to puppet my son and manipulate him? And does he try to cultivate homosexual intent with my son? And does he want to manipulate him forever and rape him and kill him at some point? My Facebook job. Oh, wow. All those people. And how about my daughter? Oh. And so again, the people that are simulating my kids' biology. And so is it advantageous? I'm not going to do it right now. But would it be advantageous to eliminate all of Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and Michigan, like 100,000 people, to save mankind? Would it save mankind if every single person in those cities were to die? My Facebook drop, except for my kids, obviously. So wow, it would save mankind. Save mankind. 100,000 people, and they think they're powerful. Like wow, oh, their family. They just but they wanted the four for the hip cue. Then they got the 1, 2. It's like a penis building contest, right? You want 1. So what they have to realize is when I'm doing these maneuvers, they're real time when they get pedophiles. One time they're not a real time is if good people can be harmed. But that was the generational pedophile psyche, and so I just eliminated a bunch of them. Oh, and there's the necrophilic scent. And women. Oh, there's a rape scent that vaginas emit if they're rapists or necrophiliacs. And there's a chemical reaction in Generation 1 biology only that harms Generation 2 people. and Generation 1 people. I'm mainly going for Generation 2 people because those are the most powerful generational pedophiles on the planet. But the independent generational pedophiles